Hello, princess. How you doing today? Looking mighty spiffy there with your face, and your hair, and your arms. What a champ. What a prize. How you doing? Welcome back to 2236 AD, where a whole bunch of things happened last episode, and now we have in the world of 2231, apparently that solar flare has happened along with a number of other very awful things. So, oh boy, things are real heavy. So let's go ahead and get things started back up as we dig into October 1st, 2234. You're early today, Senpai. I'm glad you came. Force of habit, you could call it. Maybe it would have been better if I just cut the damn thing off. I'm guessing this isn't a joke. I turned off Moscow before coming. Hime Senpai, yesterday, why did you do that? You want to know? I thought I would ask. Okay. Senpai picks up the scissors left in the room after yesterday's assault incident. Dried blood is still on the scissor blades. Then, as if to show them off, snip. She closes them right in front of her face. Black powder comes fluttering down. It's not a pretty sight. I was thinking of cutting ties, just like this. I don't think that's something you should cut with scissors. Today begins the month of October, right? Yeah? In 6 months' time, I'll have to graduate this school, leaving you behind, Yotsuba-kun. That is right. It's extremely sad, sorrowful, and regrettable. Yes, sad, sorrow, regrettable. Yes, I realize the fact that I'm getting all sentimental. Should I go on? It's a long story. Sure, go ahead. I'm doubting whether there was any point to my daily life here. I've come to the realization that all I've been trying to accomplish has ultimately been for naught. I've never seen Senpai with this expression before. I don't know, I bet if we looked back through this video series and all our interactions with Senpai, I'm pretty sure she's had this expression before. I built a nest in this room and looked at the sky, telling myself, I'll fly off someday, but I've come to the realization that I'm not and never will be a bird. Sounds tough. I've been, a tree leaf that dropped into the nest by chance. That's why. That's why I want to smash it apart now. The nest? But don't get the wrong idea. I'm a leaf. I cannot build or smash a nest. What I can do is, speeding up the process of its self-destruction. Even so, the fact that you've never tried to close your eyelids deserves praise. No, I never had any eyelids to begin with. Leaves don't have eyes. Fortunately, I knew of the best way to make sure that I get hurt. The best way to get hurt. That is by hurting someone I love. This sounds cooler in comparison to inflicting harm on your own body. By leaving a scar on the person I love, I'll make sure that he'll always be able to focus a grudge on me for the rest of time. I want to place that situation onto myself. My right index finger throbs. Up until recently, I thought the reason why scissors had two blades was that the bottom blade supports objects and the top blade cuts through things. But I was wrong. The bottom blade has to cut through things too. If that wasn't the case, then they wouldn't be able to cut anything. You can't make them cut. It seems that way. It's ridiculous to think that is. It's ridiculous to think of that as cool. It's childish. But by ensuring you have your impulse in you, you may have saved me, Yotsuba-kun. There are things I don't like attached to Senpai's words. I said it once before, but it's a force of habit and not a judgment made rationally. The things I don't like are like a stack of homework. You have to do something about it sometime, and there's no other way around it. You're making me like you even more. Isn't there a better way to phrase that? Phrase what? You know, like? Is that bad? Are you saying it for real? I really like you. I can't for the life of me figure out why. But like has a lot of meanings to it, right? Like, you mean it in another way, don't you? I mean, I'm attracted to you. In that case, I wish you followed the pattern a bit and said it right away. I don't think that's something a person should be saying to someone with a stern expression and demeanor. Don't get the wrong idea. I expect this to be her hiding her embarrassment, but come to think of it, Senpai has never been embarrassed in the first place. I want you to think of how the argument of like versus love came to being. She's so... this girl's so deep. It's based on the principle of building a one-on-one romantic relationship. In our culture, the rule stands that a single person can only devote their love to a single partner. It's times like these when she digs up these complex subjects. However, since I don't base myself in such relationship, there's a completely moot argument to me. That's why I can say I love you in a romantic sense without any filter. I love you, Yotsuba-kun. Even so, that doesn't make me happy at all. That's why... So in short, you're saying that there's no one that you really love, right? That's right. I don't want a person like you using those words, especially towards me. But you know, Yotsuba-kun, I realized this after what happened yesterday. I realized that I was actually a little happy that I left a mark on your finger. Those feelings calmed my impulses. What is that supposed to mean? I was really happy that you didn't miss a step and came to the club room anyway. I'm not into loving each other or anything like that, but I want to continue sending you my love, Yotsuba-kun. The scar on your finger being the mark of my love that would make me so happy. You're asking for way too much. The scar on this finger was produced as a mark of hatred after all. I love this club room and you, Yotsuba-kun. She has feelings of wanting to break things she loves. I don't understand completely at the moment what that's like, but the day will just have to come. Still, imagining the day will inevitably part ways, it really is sad, sorrowful, regretful. Since I respect her and have been entranced by her wiles, I make up my mind now. Me too. I love this club room and you too, Hime-senpai. I make up my mind. Is that the romantic kind of love? Don't get too full of yourself. No way it could be like that. Please don't strip my mind. May 9th, 2231 AD. Oh, jeez. Hey, what am I? What are you talking about? You're you, Haru. I am me. But that doesn't answer the question. Use something other than you to explain what I am, Haru. I can't move my body. I'm not alive. I'm not dead either. I have someone's memories. I'm in this room. I don't know the reason why. Yotsuba, I'm sorry. Stop. Don't look at me. At me, this ghost. Don't say that. It's what I had always feared. I may have known this day would come eventually. The pages of Haru's memories are all back in order. Who am I? You've finished sorting out your memories. I can't at all. Huh? It's patchy, full of holes. You're missing pages, you mean to say. I have a lot of memories here. Me sitting at a desk in school, me writing in a discourse, me playing kick the can. All of these visions of me are probably past memories of myself. Memories of me doing things that I can't possibly do now. I can't sit at a desk in school. I can't write a discourse. I can't play kick the can. I can't connect them. The current me and the me from the past. I can't connect them. She is incapable of shedding tears. Even so, she is definitely crying. It's gonna be alright. Given the circumstances, this is the best I could come up with. Doing a great job. Just, nothing solves the old existential crisis, just like a pat on the shoulder and like, you'll be alright. You'll be fine, champ. Walk it off. You got this. I'm just a child. It starts to brighten up outside, illumination peering through the window. It's the street lamps. The power's back on. Power? No. Stop. What's wrong? It's getting brighter. Please don't look at me. Don't show me. Any of whatever that is that's not Haru Shion. I get it. Me looking at Haru is the same as Haru looking at a mirror. I don't need a mirror like this. Please leave. Okay. Either that, or kill me instead. Erase my existence. I couldn't. Then just leave. What the hell am I thinking? I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, among other things. Even though I should have been worrying about Moscow the whole time, my stride feels weighed down. I mentally had more than enough. When I get to my room, the power seems to be working again. Thank goodness. I put Moscow on the charging adapter. The animation meaning now processing displays. Sure is taking an awful while. I know it's true that once one of these restarts after a battery dying, it tries to restore the point directly before it died, which takes some time, but be that as it may, it feels like it's going slow. Just then, a message popped up. Smart tool. I did it again. There was some damage found in storage, now conducting self-recovery in the background. Restore percentage to storage due to self-recovery is unknown. Huh? What does this mean? After that, the opening system boots up, looking about the same as it always does. The restore to the previous session doesn't end up happening after all. I try executing Moscow's application containing my impatience. Please be okay. Hello, Masako. My name is Masako. User Sama. Oh no, what should I address you as? Huh? This is what I saw a few months back. Factory default settings. What should I address you as? No way. For a split second, the days that I've spent with Masako flashed in my mind. What should I address you as? Oh my. Could you wait for just a second? I am currently syncing with my storage that is currently self-recovering. She must be talking about the message from earlier then? Masako? Do you remember me? My apologies. Initiating recollection. I see. After that, I don't know how many minutes pass by. I feel like she's making me wait forever. Almost to where 1 second feels like 1,000. Sorry to keep you waiting. Restoration is at 99.89%. Switching over to normal mode. Oh, a whole day has gone by, hasn't it? What's going on, Yotsuba-san? You're looking awfully pale. Masako. Eh? Oh. What was it again? Yotsuba-san, you were angry at me, weren't you? Is that right? But, whoa. Oh my word? The solar storm did come after all? Incredible. There's so many related articles about it. Thank God. No need to be so over the top. Masako, I've done something terrible to the girl I like. Something so terrible that I could never take it back. What happened? Not only that, but today, a terrible, terrible thing happened. I tell Masako the story from the top. Oh my God! How do you tell your computer assistant? Oh God, this is a lot. Call the police, Masako, immediately. And then the street lamps went out all of a sudden. And my friend, Yotsuba-san? Are you crying? Don't. Stop your crying. It's pathetic. I can't hold it in, though. The more I think don't cry, the more my face draws up. I was afraid. You were afraid, I see. I was afraid. You were afraid, yes. Are you afraid now as well? Now that I've said all that, I feel a lot better. Well, that's great. Whatever. I'm just a pathetic little boy. I'm no Einstein or Lewis Carroll. Just a hopeless kid. It's like my whole world is getting flipped on its head, and I have no idea what I should be doing. Moscow, what should I do? I'm not sure what I can tell you, Yotsuba-san, but I feel it's important not to panic. You are still alive. And you have a head to think on your shoulders. The solar storm was a huge change to both the city and you, was it not? You were in a state of bewilderment because of this huge change, but while things may never go back to the way they were, you'll still find you'll still find it better to resolve issues piece by piece. Piece by piece. A huge problem can be tough to solve, but smaller problems are simpler. That, and a huge problem, is just a cluster of smaller problems. This is literally advice I give to everybody. Anybody that has ever talked to me or come to me for advice, the first thing I always tell them, especially with regards to large-scale problems, is just like, the big picture is very scary. Don't look at the big picture. Break it down into smaller pieces, and then attack each part individually. I guess I'm not as clever or original as I thought I was. Masako, thank you. Yes, sir. Did you just leave out the part about the thing? Because she's only talking about the solar flare. You said you hurt the person. Oh boy. I'm heading out. Haru, I'm afraid. Is there any way I could... Stop, my guy. You are not what she needs. No. Enough with that. I can't do something that huge. I'll start small. You don't make up for what you did, my guy. You're back again. Haru, just leave. You were scared, weren't you? As Haru sits there, clenching her head, I take her into my embrace. Oh my god. You were scared, weren't you? I was, you dummy. You were scared, huh? Haru has been frightened because she had been taking shape in a way different from what she thought. I can't erase that fear from her since I'm not her. There's nothing I can say to console her. Nevertheless, I can still lend an open ear. It's scary. I'm here, yet I'm nowhere at the same time. It's really scary. I keep thinking, why am I here? Who am I? I tried looking at the canals, but there was no one there. I was the only one who found that odd. I'm scared. The thing that I don't understand the most is the thing right next to me. What is it, Yotsuba? It doesn't make any sense. Me. What am I? I don't know. I don't know, but you are you, Haru. At the very least, the time that I've spent with you is a fact, so you are real. Uh-huh. Hey, so, did that relax you any? Uh-huh, just a little. Still with just a little, huh? Yeah, it's all okay. I remember you crystal clear. No way I'll ever forget them. We once again passed the time with small talk, just like always. Yeah, and the lyrics Desmond says to Molly, "Girl, I like your face." Wow, you have to wonder about that. But in the end, they get married, build their home sweet home, and are blessed with children. Not bad. Desmond was probably only interested in her face at first, though. Well, that's where it started, you mean? Yep. There were women with faces of all shapes and sizes, but out of all of them, Molly's face was the one that sealed the deal for Desmond. Is that it? Yep. But As time went on, she started to hold a special meaning for him. A regular love story, huh? Yep, a story. Desmond struck up a conversation the moment he picked Molly out of the crowd. Must be fate. Yep. Then what about us? At first, I couldn't even think of saying I love you. Only that I have seen the same face before. That's why I heeded caution. Even though that was it for the most part, the story ended up, and is, continuing. Is it a sad ending? Not at all. Do you like me? I do. I like you a whole lot. What kind of ending is awaiting us, I wonder? I decide not to think about it. The next day, school is there, business as usual. Of course, the solar storm is the talk of the town. However, it wasn't much of a big deal. It would seem they took the proper measures to protect the power plants, and come morning, the city looks as though it's running pretty much the same as normal. Granted, it's probably because this place is out in the sticks. Word has it that the infrastructure remains at a standstill closer to the capital. Of course, no one is talking about Shiraishi. Everyone just thinks that he transferred. Nothing out of the ordinary. Only Shion and I know. What is she thinking? Japanese class. They make us read a certain tale. It's one I'm not fond of at all. A boy finds an orphan kitten and decides to raise it in secret in a barn. However, the boy is unfit as a replacement for the kitten's parents and kills the kitten. It's a very graphic story. I really don't like it because it reminds me a lot of what I've done and what I'm doing and how I'm a terrible person. The music room -1. Neither of us says a word. Shion isn't the type to purposefully initiate a conversation herself, so I'm even more at a loss regarding anything about Shion since yesterday's incident. I just eat another silence, so I quickly clear my lunchbox of its contents. What is it? There's some red stuff left in Shion's lunchbox. Strawberries? You don't dislike those, right? So what's up? I'll give you one. Oh, thanks. It's sweet and sour. You sure were composed back there, I guess. Normally, seeing the person who confessed to you collapse before your eyes and is actually a robot and actually be a robot should shake your senses a little more. I think that was pretty cool in a way. At least being confessed to by a robot part. That may be true. Yotsuba, I was confessed to. Huh? Oh yeah, by Shiraishi, right? Yeah. But yeah, that's too bad. I planned on turning him down. You did? You see, Yotsuba, the truth is that I more or less caught on that he might be a robot. Really? The sound was different. Oh. Also, when you knocked him down that one time, he didn't try to break his fall. Does that matter? Also intuition. Intuition, huh? She sure has some sharp intuition. Woman's intuition. Bonk. I give her a poke on the forehead, unexpectedly pleased. I don't know what she's thinking, but I'm a fan of spending time with her. How to describe it? Our rhythms seem to mesh well with one another. Let's go shopping again sometime. Pick out some stylish looking clothes, okay? Leave it to me. School ends and I immediately go check on Haru. Oh, this is not good. Somebody is not having a good time. Bitterness, sadness. I may have never known the true meaning of those words up until now. Haru, don't come near me! Don't come this way! Sharp words come flying. What should I do? Thinking that I'll come back later, I grip the doorknob. Yotsuba! Her loud voice makes me cower in fear, much to my surprise and chagrin. When I turn back, I hear Haru letting out sounds frailly. I'm so hungry! I remember the cat story from the textbook. Hey, come here. She's rolling on the floor. Her clothes are getting all dirtied up. The thing that surprises me the most, though, is that she's jostling her stomach and grasping hard. Her body isn't even supposed to move. In any case, I hold up Haru in my arms. Yotsuba, I'm so hungry. She has a body temperature. A temperature of a freshly dead corpse. A kind of tepidness that reminds me of something like that. Do you want to eat something? I don't need it. You don't? I don't. Okay. Is your throat dry? Bone dry. I think you can drink some water? I'm pretty sure. I pull out a bottle filled with water from my bag. If it hurts, just let me know. Water spills bit by bit into the crack in her lips when some soaks into her clothes. So, sorry. I'm not really sure. I see. I'm sorry. Need anything else? It's really cold. Hold on a sec. I come back out with the blanket that I put away, thinking that it wouldn't be used again. I wrap us both in it. How's that? Thanks. I'm hoping that she can get the warmth from my own body temperature. No use though. I find that the more her mind is put at ease, the more her temperature drops. Why is that? We continue to cuddle close to each other without exchanging a single word until the light that illuminates the room changes from the setting sun to the rising moon. Yotsuba? Was that bottle from before yours, Yotsuba? Yeah, it was. Then we indirectly kissed. Eek! I mean, if we're talking about kissing, we've done it already. And oh god. That's it, oh my god. Yotsuba, you're such a perv. That's an understatement. Sorry. Boo. No matter how many times we do this, it feels like the first time. It's different from something sweet and melty. It's like we're trying to confirm something. Trying to confirm whether the two of us are in the here and now. Yotsuba, I love you. That's when I feel something rupture in my heart. Something that I've been keeping suppressed so that it never shows comes flooding out in ones and twos as I find myself taken aback by the warmth of the droplet that falls on my hand. At the same time, I think to myself, why is she so darn cold? As I bite my parted lips. Oh boy, that's a lot going on here, isn't there? Okay. Well, I guess we'll put things on a pause there for now. And we will be back next time with whatever the hell's happening.